Yes, and a yes, and
Yeah,
a
yeah.
yes. Thank you. It's been a very, no. Oh, come on, people. Oh, yes, it's been a minute. It's good to be welcomed back with open arms. Yes, it's been a very long time for the has-beens. Thank you. Hell, yeah, thank you. Oh, please, thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome to an episode of the Has-Beens, Sports with the Has-Beens. It's been a very long time. Very long time. Oh, God. So long I even forgot right now. But it's good to be back in the lab with my broski. Shout out to everyone who's always been listening, supporting us through thick and thin, through inconsistencies of posting and recordings and all this stuff. And if it's your first time on this platform, welcome. We are on Instagram at Productions Has-Beens, and on Spotify as well. Yeah, we're just all over. So
Yeah.
good time to be alive. Busy. So what's up, broski?
Living life, man. One day at a time. Just a has-been, bro. Has-been, you know your has-been. You're just tired of being sick and tired, man. Just gotta keep pushing, and that's it.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of has-beens out there who have that same mentality of just keep looking straight and not looking back, not looking in the back, the rearview mirror. Just gotta keep pushing. Summer is finally among us in the next few days. On a hump day Wednesday of all days, hump day Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on since the last time we actually posted an episode. The Miami Heat. Well, it was pretty obvious they weren't going to, win the championship against the Denver Nuggets. But the question was how many games they were actually going to win. And they actually just won one game. So a lot of people were predicting right that they were going to lose within 5 games. So congratulations to the Denver Nuggets on getting their first franchise NBA championship.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray.
Shout out to Jamal Murray.
Another Canadian with the championship ring added to the tier.
Probably the most dominant Canadian player to ever receive an NBA championship.
Mm-hmm.
Very influential, and he could contribute a huge part of the organization's success. So shout out to Jamal Murray, shout out to Kitchener. You don't know.
Yes. The real question is, what does he get to come home with that championship trophy? Then have a little celebration in his hometown. And a lot of people, actually a few people that we know have been, in the process, along the way in his process of becoming a professional athlete. And shout out to all those people who actually knew what talent was before he even started the NBA. So, but yeah, man, shout out to the Denver Nuggets. But there's been a lot of non-talk about the Toronto Raptors. Raptors have been in the midst of making some changes and edits and transitions in the last few days. And I believe we actually finally have a head coach, right, broski?
Yup. We got a new head coach, Darko Rajakovic. He used to be his assistant coach for Memphis Grizzlies. He's also a huge part when it comes to player development. So that's definitely down his alley. He has a very creative mind frame when it comes to coaching. He has a lot of experience. He's only 44 years old. Has been demographic right now, but he's been in the coaching game for a long time, like since he's 16 years old. So he has a lot of experience. He also used to be an NBA scout. He has experience in different organizations with I believe with the OKC Thunder, Memphis Grizzlies. He also had a appearance in the G League as well. Yeah, he has experience in He's well respected in the NBA league, in the NBA's league, and just welcome him open arms. I'm pretty sure he's better than Nicholas Nurse. So the only way right now we're just moving this up. So big up yourself, Darko. Welcome to the fam.
Welcome. Yes.
Right, and we also got our assistant coach back, Jama Malice something. I can't remember his name right now, but but he used to be our assistant coach a few years ago. He was we lost him to Golden State Warriors, and he's been pretty awesome with the Golden State Warriors organization, and now we were able to get him back. We lost Rico Hines. Big up to Rico Hines, but
gosh,
he's
darn
gone.
it.
He got a pack with that fool Nick Nurse, so they're together. Little bromance over there. Ain't judging. Do what you gotta do. But we got thing back, man. We got Jama. He used to be assistant coach for the Raptors. He was a huge part of the development, especially the times with when that fool Van Fleet was a rookie with what's his name again? That Powell youth. I forgot his name already. Wow.
Norman Powell?
There you go.
Norman Powell. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Siakam, those times. So he was part of the development of those guys, and he's back. So if we have two coaches, a head coach and assistant coach that have experience, understanding the game and understanding player personnel, this is huge. It's huge for our organization. It doesn't say like a lot of stats or anything like that, but just gelling and chemistry, and it could put the players in a platform where they could really focus on their fundamentals, focus on their game. Nick Nurse didn't have that. He couldn't develop anyone. Nick Nurse could barely boil water. You know what I mean? It'd be for real. And we have the opportunity to have something very diverse. And yeah, man, I'm excited about that. I'm really excited for more like, mans like Scotty Barnes, and man like even like a man like Delala Banton, to get this type of opportunity to make your game grow as much as possible, evolve, and especially man like a Delala Banton, man. I think he's gonna be like the dark horse coming to the season, for the next year. I feel like, the way he plays, his style, now we're hearing rumors that, well, not even rumors, it's the truth. That fool, the bootleg Damon Stoudemire, that guy, Van Fleet, he declined the option for $22 million, right? So now he wants to exercise his options as a free agent. I knew that was gonna happen anyways. So get the hell out of here. Like, I don't go. You know what I mean? Please leave, man. I've been saying that from time. Like, excuse the monotone and everything. Pretty exhausted and everything, but I've been saying it for the last few years. Van Fleet gotta go away. He gotta go, man. He gotta leave. Like he's just making the chemistry, I think personally, sour. When it comes to our organization. He all made a tweet about Joel Embiid, like, let's try to get a championship, together in Philly. Well, get the hell out of here, man. Like, for real, man. I don't want to, these Van Fleet conversation topics, I just can't wait for it to be the thing in the past. I just hope, that Masai has something creative for him to go. You know what I mean? If he's going to walk away, I don't even care if we get nothing from him, to be honest with you. Like, that's how bad I want him gone. I don't know how you feel, but
for nothing, you gotta get something.
Something, we had opportunities to get. You know what? We had opportunities to get something for the last year, right? And you saw how the game is. The game, like I said, the league don't want us to win. Let's not forget about that. So, besides putting Van Fleet, like I told you before, Orlando Magic has shown interest with Van Fleet. We could have traded Van Fleet already for a man like Mo Bamba and all that stuff. We didn't get them. We didn't get that trade. So Mo Bamba got traded to the Lakers for Pat Beverly. right? And then when Pat Beverly got traded to Orlando, they bought out his contract. So we wanted to get rid of our point guard, right? So, but for some reason, the Los Angeles Lakers was able to be successful for that, and for less talent as a point guard. And when Orlando got that point guard, Patrick Beverly, they bought him out. So they didn't want him. So I say I've been saying that from time, man. Masai, that's why I shout out to Masai so much, because you know what, he kind of reminds me of me and people. I know people like me where, bro, there's just born haters that just wake up in the morning just can't wait to prey on your downfall. I know plenty of people like that. I've received that so many times in my life. You know what I mean? So that's why I've been rooting for Masai the whole time. I see when people, you know, when people try to screw you over in the back end, straight up. So Van Fleet, he made it very obvious that he wanted to go, especially when he fired his previous agent, and now he's with Clutch Sports, right? Because he wants the best opportunity for himself. You know what I mean? So I want him gone. I don't care, bro. Like, to be honest with you, he could walk away. You know, and I don't, as a general manager, I wouldn't want that. But this guy's been dicking around with us for the last year and bit. You could tell he's soft like cotton now, man. You could tell he's the diva. He's making comments now, like, you know, it's just to stir some type of reaction from the podcasters out there. So now he's bringing that type of energy. So is he being more of an asset, or is he being more toxic?
Well, I don't know. It goes hand in hand. As a basketball fan, I can understand from that aspect, but also as a businessman, I mean, he kind of has his own brand. He's got his family. He's got to secure the bag for the foundation. A lot of things can come into play. And yeah, the Raptors could have traded him, but if the Raptors did trade him, there was no way we would have been looking to acquire a Jakob Poeltl. You know, so
why you say that?
It's the money. It all comes down to the money. I mean, you gotta play. People say you always gotta play chess instead of checkers. Just because they ain't playing well, you just gotta let them go. But at the end of the day, it's how do you look forward into going to the next season, and who do you require with how much money you have as leverage? Because I mean, right now, Van Fleet, if he was to get traded, he had like, I don't know, 22, 23 million player, sign and trade player option. And now if he outs his contract, he's probably going to make an additional 8 mil. So around the 30 mil mark, you know, so that he can see what he can get.
Good luck in the market, buddy.
But it's not like no teams don't want him. And the Raptors may still have interest in him. So he's as a businessman, I would like to weigh my options too. I'm not going to go on the first thing smoking, and there's no guarantee that he's going to be signed with Philly, no matter what he tries to friend and not friend it.
Hey, you know what? I hear you saying, but
so I mean, it goes hand in hand. I'm just trying to play advocate here.
You try to play advocate. I feel you, but I can advocate for people like me. We're sick and tired of this guy. He's not doing anything beneficial to this team. Not a damn thing.
The real question is, who's going to take his spot? Is there someone on the bench that you'd like to take his starting position? Do we acquire someone else? Who do we need? Because we need someone to add to the roster. Maybe not in the point guard position, but we need someone. And with the other traders that are rumored to be in the midst of, you know, trades and stuff, like, who would you replace him with? Like,
I'm being dead ass. I'm being serious. I'd rather the Raptors just draft a point guard and just go through development with him. I am done with Van Fleet. Like, sign the divorce papers, bro. It's done. I'm done with him. All you podcasters out there in the world, do say what you guys say. You know what I mean? All that stuff. I just know as a Raptor fan, I've been doing, been a die-hard Raptor fan since the beginning, since Isaiah Thomas, almost trip and mash up himself through the posters, introducing the franchise. Them days. You know what I mean? Been through the whole time where our managers were like, yo, we're going to draft Ed O'Bannon. Remember that? Ed O'Bannon.
Yeah,
all them times,
I
okay?
Been
through that whole thing, man. I was the one to say, oh, we can do it. I used to be that, that delusional kid, just thinking like everything's going to be rainbows and Skittles and all that BS. And then realizing how corrupt this league is and how garbage we've been treated all this time. I've seen so many people and so many teams have leverage on us. You know what I mean? Unnecessary leverage. Look. Yeah, you're talking about, Jakob, but last time I checked, we got rid of Jakob, right? Try to move on. And then when we needed a big man, because, how the league goes, everybody goes through the waves of, opportunities. For some reason, we couldn't get a big man for 3 years to blood clot. I'm sorry. I'm not accepting that. I know BS when I see it, eh? I just have to sugarcoat it. So I'm not going to.
So speaking of the corruption of the NBA, what happens and if it's a possibility that Spicy P, Pascal Siakam, and Obi Anunoby's on the chopping block in trade rumors, and what happens if we lose our star forwards? Then what? We lose our point guard. Oh, I mean he's gone. Everyone knows he's pretty much going. But what happens if we lose our 2 all-star forwards?
I don't think we'll lose both of them, but if we do, I have confidence in Masai, man. Masai, straight up, like I like the things that he's done in the past. People have, as of late have been questioned, but I think it's the cards that he's been dealt with. You know what I mean? And I think right now he has opportunity to use some of his players that has value to get some type of return. Like if we could get the 3rd pick, like the rumors, people are like, oh, we should think about Pascal Siakam for the 3rd pick for Portland, and it could be Scooter, Scooty, whatever his name is, Scoot Cunningham. He plays for the G League. He's stupid. I ain't gonna lie, this game's stupid. You know what I mean? But those are the options. I'm trying to say I would pick that. I personally, if you had to get rid of one of them, who would you get rid of?
Between Anunoby and Pascal?
Yep.
Oh, Pascal, for sure.
You get rid of Pascal?
Yeah.
So
for sure. Then I get rid of no hesitation.
I thought of that too. And I think OG could be even play the 4. He's definitely strong enough to play 4. And you still have Precious. So I would utilize that, and if we could get man like Anthony Simon and the 3rd round 3rd pick, Anthony Simon ain't no scrub, eh? He's far from it. He could definitely be a starting 2 guard. He could be combo, and he shows some splash of Dame Lillard. Straight up, the man. He's a streaky shooter. I think he's more streaky because he needs more opportunity, more green light. He gets green light. You know what I mean? Like he was holding his own last few years with Portland, even when Thing was there. That goofball, the high pitch goofball. What's his name? He left. He plays in New Orleans. He plays for New Orleans now. David Lillard's partner in crime before.
Oh, McCollum.
There you go,
Mr. McCollum.
Yeah, when McCollum was playing for Portland, Anthony Simon was still getting his own, man, as a rookie, And when Dame Lillard got hurt, he Thing was getting a lot of playing time, Simon, and you saw the results, man. He was getting mid-20s easily. So I would, I would keep OG. I would definitely keep OG more. He's more versatile than Pascal. I get Pascal. I know there's some podcasters like, Pascal. He's all NBA, rated. Yeah, he is and everything, but is he enough to take the team to the next level? And if he isn't, then we're just like kind of like stalemating with with this Pascal situation. You know what I mean? We got to figure out the best combination that's gonna make our team a serious nucleus, right? And you know, for you to move forward, you have to do a couple paces back. You know what I mean? It's a give and take league. You know what I mean? Especially for us, it's more like take. To be honest with you, so these are only few opportunities that the Raptors have, that we have players with value that the market wants, right? So the last couple years we try to get a big man. The market had something that we needed, and you saw the energy, right? So now there's players that want to there's teams that want to discourage our players to even stay here. That's first and foremost, right? League ain't too happy about the player development that we have, even though we struggled a little bit and everything. This year was a disappointing year, but man's on the block. All those ops in the league, they know what time it is when you guys face us. You know what I mean? They want certain players on our team. You know what I mean? What we have is certain teams are dying and they're lacking, begging to have. You know what I mean? So we got to play our cards right this summer, right? And I hope for the best. I've trusted Masai. He's done some great plays in his career. And he has some plays that he messed up on. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. The Dragic situation, that trade with the Lowry, that was garbage. You know what I mean? Straight up. Dragic didn't want to be around here. He act like a little punk. You know what I mean? So you gotta roll the punches, man.
Well, besides all that, Raptors do have talent, but the one thing Raptors have still to prove is consistency. Having plays for these players. Practice is one thing. We always discuss practice, and you can get all this talent. We have potential players, we have development players, we have the players, we have the tools, and there's got to be something, because all these teams can't be interested in our players for no reason if they can't, develop on the same team with all this talent. So it definitely has a lot to do with coaching. It has a lot to do with chemistry, knowing each other's movements. It's a lot of factors that people misconstrued.
We lost it. I think we lost. What you talking about in regards to coaching, all that stuff, chemistry. Those are things we lost. Nick Nurse was not. That's what I'm trying to say, man. I'm so happy Nick Nurse is gone. I can't wait for Van Fleet to leave. Like, you talking all that stuff. This is what we're talking about. What have we done for the last few years? You know what I mean? We have talent, but what? These are the things that they want, right? The league, they're interested, but they always want to give us the deal where we have to give them $1 and they give us a penny. Okay, so you want our players, but you want to give us nothing for these players. It's disrespect. This is what I'm trying to say. Look at it. Look at what I'm wearing. Let's just be for real. If you're not from Canada, you know what I mean, rocking, or just in North America, if you're not from this country, you ain't getting that love like that, bro. You're just not. It's obvious. It's very obvious. Everybody's starting the race next year and at the same time. The starting point. Not with us. They would like us to be 10 yards, 20 yards behind. Just to make sure that we have a tougher time. You feel what I'm saying? You see for what's happened. And that's the thing. For the last couple years, so many teams want our players to make a damn deal. Make a proper deal. You think Masai's he's not a chump. So why you give him garbage propositions? Isn't that disrespect?
Yeah,
it's business. Yes,
it is.
But
business.
isn't that disrespectful as well? Knowing his catalog, knowing what he brings to the table, how valuable he is. Let's not forget, before when he signed that contract with Toronto Raptors, everybody wanted to kiss his ass. Let's be for real. I was talking about rumors that he'd go to Washington Wizards. His wife is good friends with Michelle Obama. Who gives a crap? But that was brought up for a reason, to entice him to leave. He signed back. Where's the same love? Exactly.
Well,
because you guys, the league wants Masai to come out of Toronto.
Well,
that's what I'm trying to say. We bring real stuff. The league sees that, they want to take it from us and give us nothing, and you're just known as the Canadian team, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Look how wicked Jamal Murray's been playing.
Yes,
right? And he just won a championship team with the Nuggets and everything.
Yes.
Prior to this run right now, how many people from the league been talking about Jamal Murray? For real?
You mean the league itself?
Yeah.
Or the people in the league?
The league.
The league?
Praising Jamal Murray. Where's the whispers? Where's the praise?
That could be for any Canadian player.
No, any Canadian, but I'm talking about him specifically. Because man's from this side of town don't know about Jamal Murray. Our boys help coach and develop this guy. Let's be for real. That's what you're talking about.
If we're talking about that, you don't hear any Canadian markets talk about Jamal Murray though. Really?
Canadian market.
Yeah.
Yo, basketball roots. Man's always talk about Jamal Murray. Man's would love for Murray to be in Toronto Raptor.
Are you talking about the fans or the actual NBA?
So Canadian. So who from Canada who does not big up Jamal Murray?
I'm not saying they don't. My perspective is that you're talking about the league, and if you're talking about players or you're talking about peoples, that is a different story. If you're talking about the NBA itself, then the NBA, we know it's a storytelling league. Jamal Murray is the next upcoming star because of a deal with Nikola Jokic. They're like the Stockton Malone. They're the new Stockton Malone. Let's be for real, right? So no one else, till this day, maybe I'm wrong, but the only televised sports for NBA that I've seen talk about Jamal Murray is ESPN. I haven't seen nothing about TSN. I haven't seen nothing about Sportsnet. I haven't seen nothing about CTV. I haven't heard anything Canadian-wise to talk about Jamal Murray.
Well, I don't know about all that. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. I agree to disagree. I just feel it's just that when it comes to this league, it's like a dress rehearsal. The hottest stock so-called player that rises to the top, that's what shows interest, and then here's the spotlight. That's what it looks like. There's no loyalty to this game. You feel what I'm saying? It's just straight short-term bandwagon biatches, straight up. So when it comes to Jamal Murray should have been getting his flowers years ago. Years. How much work he's been put on players. This is the same guy that mashed up every NBA player in Team Canada against Team USA. When he played in the Pan Am games, he was 18 years old. 18, dusting everybody. This is the same guy. Mans know who this guy is. Shout out to Ramage. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike George. Shout out to Mans who don't know what I'm talking about. shout out to CIA Bounce. Straight up, been mashing things up for how damn long. Straight up, y'all know what I'm talking about. Straight up, this man's been getting disrespected from time. SGA he's the only reason why he's getting that clout, that talk, because he was leading the league in scoring. You had to say something. He's leading the damn league in scoring. Is Canadian. If he wasn't even top 5 scoring, how many mans would be talking about him? He wasn't balling last year. He was killing last year. How many mans were talking about him? Yo, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just pure punk off things. You know what I mean? So when I see that is how the league look at the Canadian market, Masai fits the description. He represents the Raptors, so he's gonna get that energy.
Well, he doesn't have to stay.
But the thing, but the thing is, he doesn't have to say. You're right, and that's why I have to show him more props because he's not a punk. He's a man, straight, a manly man. Because you're right, enough cowards would walk away a long time ago. Especially if people want to serenade him, all that stuff for different opportunities. He stayed here. What does that show you? He's a man of mans. Straight up. He didn't fall for the trap. And just because he didn't fall for the trap, you see for what it is. You could play devil advocate if you want. I'm playing more biased because I'm a Raptor straight.
You're a Raptors fan. I'm a Raptors fan too.
I know. I get what you're saying.
But let's be for real now. Regardless, we didn't have a healthy starting lineup. The bench never got playing time.
Why? Why didn't? Is that Masai's fault?
We're talking about the team.
Yeah, the team.
Talking about the team.
It's the team, and you talk. And last this episode, you talk about chemistry based on a coach that's not gonna be there no more. He's not here.
But
the bitch is gone.
But at the same time, this is how I see it. You're getting paid millions and millions of dollars to rep yourself as a marketable player, regardless if you're a bench player, if you're a starter, if you're a reserve, you get paid to produce. And there's a lot of fans who just don't look at starters to produce. The bench needs to produce. The bench needs to be ready. A lot of these in-depth championship teams with bench players who don't get as much frequent playing time, but they have flourished enough to come and produce when it is needed. So, and there's been a lot of inconsistencies when it came to our bench last year. There's been a lot.
Yeah, but who? But you're seeing it for what rests in front of your face. I'm getting more in depth. Yeah, but what are you supposed to do if you don't get? Okay, you go to work. Suppose you go to work once a month.
Yeah.
How effective are you gonna be at work? You just work once a month.
Well, if you're talking on the front lines of work, not effective. If you're talking about training, that's a different story.
When do you have time to train? You're on the road all the time.
Well, you don't practice with the starting lineup.
You
gotta practice.
You have drill. You have runs. But what drills you playing? What opportunities you playing in real basketball time? You know what I mean? These guys are not even getting playing. They're not even getting opportunities in the G League. Our G League team's garbage.
They're not. So
hold on. So our team. You're talking about opportunities. If the head of the snake, Nick the bitch nurse if he was running it, he didn't care about our squad. He didn't care about the G League. He didn't bring up nobody. He didn't give any opportunities. How are you supposed to have any? How are you supposed to flourish? Even you get 3 minutes every 12 games. You expect him to deliver 8 points in 8 minutes or something like that?
I don't know about consistencies on that, but all I can say is it is a structure. Yes, it is a structure. It comes from the head coach. So if the head coach doesn't produce, and he doesn't get advisory from his assistant coaches, and these assistant coaches who mentor these players on the bench. So we had what? We never had a real coaching staff years ago, but we were called the bench mob for a reason.
We did. We did. Even if one thing, Dwayne Casey was a punk. He was ignorant, but he was a narcissist like Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse had his own clothing line. He made sure, Nick Nurse. I good luck with Philly, eh? You think we're bad, eh? You think we're bad. I can't wait when you start with Philly. Philly is full of wolves and hyenas. For real. Ask Stephen A. Stephen A. said, he is who he is because where he was for years, and that's Philadelphia 76ers. They made him because that's how tough they are. Go, try to act like, don't worry. You're talking about Kevin. You'll see the difference this time. You're basing on structure and you're saying you're looking at players being ready. I was an employee with a supervisor that acted like a total prick. If you're a has-been, do you know about that? Have you been in scenarios like that? I'm pretty sure you have, right? You always deal with some supervisor that just want to just put you down and just suck the life out of you. You don't think Nick was doing that? We had the best bench going into the bubble league, and how did he use that bench?
Oh, that was to me.
Yeah, well, how did he use the bench?
Oh, well, he didn't use it at all.
Why? We had the best at that moment. We had the best bench in the league, clearly, hands down.
We had the best front court in the beginning of the NBA as well. So
we had the best front court. What happens when
they got hurt?
I know why.
They got hurt.
Why?
They got hurt.
Why would they get hurt?
Well, they got hurt because one, the coach utilized their minutes. We all know that.
Top 5, 2 players.
Secondly,
top 5 minutes. Well, that happens.
Secondly, it's just one of those things. Like you said, it is corrupted. You say it's everything structured. So if it is what it is, are we going to next season thinking that the Raptors are still going to be the same team as they were the year before that, or the year before that, or coming out the bubble because we have a fresh new coach, an assistant coach, and we get rid of
I'm not expecting the same
guard?
results. I'm not expecting the same results at all. I'm expecting being better.
How much better do you expect?
Better than 41 and 41?
50-50. Okay.
Yo, last year people, you know what? I think, to be honest with you, low key, I think you're disrespecting the Raptors a little bit still. I think you get kind of a little bit because at the same time you're saying, okay, coach is gone, so what do you expect? Well, if you played ball and all that stuff, you know how effective a bitch coach would do on a team.
I'm voicing my opinion based on what the result of the Raptors were in the postseason, in the preseason, based on players being injured.
And utilizing players, right? Like for example, if we lost to Philadelphia 2 years straight, right?
Right.
Who was the liability of our squad? Van Fleet. Okay, we have a dumb coach. No, we have a genius coach that had nothing to do with the chemistry. Nick Nurse. So everybody knows that everybody's gonna go after Van Fleet. Why is Van Fleet averaging 40-something minutes in the game? Why does Van Fleet have the ball 24 seconds of the 22 to 24 seconds? Why is Van Fleet chucking the ball? What are you talking? Like, this is pure politicking you're seeing from a coach. The coach is the one that put the pedestal on Van Fleet.
Yes, but management put the coach there. So
yeah, management put the coach there, and that's why his dumb ass got fired, because Masai tried to show him respect. He gave him the keys after firing Dwayne Casey, who was coach of the year, and I knew from time I knew he wanted Casey gone before that. He just couldn't, because it was just Dwayne Casey had a reputation, like he had like rapport, being well respected, and everybody in the organization knew he wasn't that guy. He wasn't that guy, and Masai knew it. So he put Nick Nurse. So he had to give him that leeway. He brought him up. He gave him the opportunity.
But what coaches were available after the firing of the coach of the year? I mean, I don't think Nick Nurse was the first choice.
It's not even about him being the first choice. It's the fact of what Nick Nurse did when he had the opportunity. Straight. If you're the head coach, your job is to lead. Okay? Yeah, he led the team. No, he coached the team. I can't even say he led the team, because more Kawhi. Because if Nick Nurse is that coach, is he that dude? He could have figured something out for us to get close to that level again. Kawhi, he there, won the championship, he gone. Where's the coaching skill levels?
Well, they were both defensive coaches too. Nick Nurse and Dwayne Casey were both defensive coaches.
And they both have something in common too. They're terrible when it comes to subs as well.
Right.
So,
but who was available before they signed Nick Nurse? That's the question I'm asking you.
I can't remember the archives of the coaches that was available of everything. But the fact that what I do know is the chemistry was garbage. And what I do know is that a coach lets certain players get away with certain BS, and that mashed up the whole chemistry. Why do you think OG wanted to get traded? What do you hear OG making trade requests now?
That I don't know. I can't speak for OG.
It was known before that OG wanted out. He wanted out from last year.
Right.
Who was the coach?
So since the coach is gone, he wants to stay?
It's not even that. It's just the coach is gone. Maybe it's a chance for opportunity to say, yo, let's see what's out there. Because the way you're saying it, you're basing of this is how the team is, this is what it is, because this is, look at the record and all stuff. I'm saying there's more to that.
Of course there's more to it.
Well, you need to, you're not, are you addressing it? You're just going by facts and just, yo, I'm not going to ignore it of how we got there. Yes, we got there because of these situations, but who controls the waves? Who controls the chemistry? Who controls the opportunities? It's the coach. 1000% the coach. I put this whole thing on the coach. Straight up, this whole season is a debacle. I put 1000% on Nick Nurse. Then I put 97% on Van Fleet, because Van Fleet knew. First of all, I find it funny that Nick Nurse leaves, goes to Philly, and then now Van Fleet is making these little controversial thing that he going to Philly. I wonder why. Who else is gonna give him playing time like Nick Nurse? Who?
You think he's gonna start over Tyrese Maxey?
It doesn't matter. But the fact of it, when Nick Nurse was playing was coaching Van Fleet was in top 5 in minutes.
So wait. So you're telling me Philly, the crowd, the Liberty, the state, the brotherly love, and they've already questioned about Nick Nurse's comments about certain players, and you think the crowd's gonna, and the organization, especially the fans, they're gonna allow a Tyrese Maxey to be second string to Van Fleet?
I think you're looking at it wrong. No, I'm trying to say is that when it's not even about that, is Nick Nurse's arrogance. He's the reason why the Raptors chemistry is garbage. If you have it's like you're a parent. If you have kids and you're a parent and you have a certain attitude and you're a parent, the kid's gonna be a reflection of the parent. That's it. So if Nick Nurse is allowing certain BS to happen, no player development. Look how many players that we drafted the last couple of years. We talking about, they're gonna be wicked. What did you hear about them? What opportunities did you see? There was a gunner that the Raptors drafted last year. I forgot his name, but he was in a wicked basketball program. Shooting, you could shoot out of the gym. And we drafted so many 4-year players. What opportunity have you heard or have you seen those players when it came to the NBA platform? How many minutes did you see these guys play?
I haven't seen a lot of them.
Have you seen him?
Well,
tell me, have you seen him?
I guess we'll see next season and see what happens now. Knowing that Nick Nurse is gone, which he's not gonna last long in Philly. I'll be surprised he get 10 games, maybe 15. But I guess this is the year the Raptors have a lot to prove themselves, because
it's put up or shut up time. It is.
It is.
It is, because it's a breakup. Sorry, certain things happen. Besides, look at me. People he interviewed. You know what I mean? He found his coach. People are excited. I'm excited about the situation because we need somebody who's gonna be more in tune with the players. Forget about this macho Camacho. I am who I am, rocking a double N hat, and you're not doing anything. Nothing. How can we have one of the best talented teams, and we regressed, and people were more trained for this year?
But you have to admit too, the starting lineup was kind of inconsistent throughout the season as well. You have to admit that.
Yes, as well. Yeah, but the thing is, it was inconsistent because certain players were developing for themselves to be in certain opportunities.
So you're telling me,
like Scotty Barnes was working so much on his game with his perimeter and on his 3-point, him bringing the ball and all that stuff. When Van Fleet there, what opportunities was he getting?
He got a bit. Come on, man. You have to admit, even when Van Fleet was out, even when he was hurt, they
played better when Van Fleet was not there.
OG was on a slump. Pascal was on a slump. Scotty Barnes. Everyone has a slump throughout the season, so you can't just say when he was on the floor he made them sour, because when he was out, we had other players that filled his void. The Raptors tried the point forward with Scotty Barnes, and then certain players they came out flat. Look how many close games the Raptors should have won or up by double-digit leads and blew the games. And that wasn't even based on Van Fleet being on the floor. They were inconsistent. Everyone goes through. No one is 100% super duper star. Not even LeBron James, okay? They all have slumps. And defensively, when games came close, Raptors couldn't cut it. So with these teams, the top of the tier teams, they know the responsibility of the starting lineup. They know what their players can do without coaching, without calling a timeout every few seconds. Mediocre teams, Toronto Raptors, I can't even say.
So you think the Raptors are garbage? Let's
I'm
be
not
for
saying
real.
I'm not saying
Let's be
they're
for real.
garbage.
Yo,
I'm not saying
this whole
they're
season
garbage.
you've been saying
No,
little flip.
I'm saying based on the chemistry, based on the talent, based on covering each other's back, there is no trust. And you can't always blame the coach for that. You can't, because there's times where Pascal hogs the ball just as much as Van Fleet, where plays are not made for Anunoby. Come on, let's be for real. A lot of these freestyle plays are made from the players. Do you think that
The three
Jokic
man weave.
Jokic and Murray practiced by themselves to be one of the best duo teams in the NBA? Can you honestly say that other teams like Denver has taken private times out of their regular practices to become one of the best duos in the NBA? These guys want to win, so they'll do whatever it takes to win. And I don't think certain players on the Raptors are out in the focus of winning. That's just my opinion. That's not my factual opinion.
I agree to a certain degree, but the fact of the matter is that if you work hard to improve, you want opportunities.
Right?
And I don't think Nick was giving everybody the opportunities.
I totally believe that.
If I work hard to prepare myself for the big stage and you're not giving me opportunity, you trying to say my drive is supposed to be there still? To take it to those next levels?
Well, someone's got to break the chain, because if it continues like this, and no one's ever going to play.
Hold up, okay. So Van Fleet, this little dwarf, okay. So the dwarf is averaging 37 minutes a game. The man is gone. He's injured. He's broken down. Okay, he comes back the first game and he's averaging like 39, 41 minutes. What does that tell you?
It's a lot from upstairs, not just
upstairs. What the hell is that? Yo, bro, no.
That is
the coach. It runs the team.
But does the coach run the organization?
Okay.
Does the coach run the organization?
No, he does not.
Right. So the people from top have to see what he's doing to let this happen.
So what do you think Masai did? He fired his stupid ass. He's supposed to fire him in the middle of the season?
That's what everyone wanted. Everyone wanted him gone, just like Van Fleet. We all know it. This is not sugarcoated. No one liked his style of coaching. No one wanted Van Fleet, but why couldn't they get rid of him?
I feel that I think Masai is just a professional. That's how I feel. Straight up.
So you're saying he put the integrity of himself over the actual franchise of the team to lose?
Do you see, look how many coaches get what they do what they want throughout the whole season. They get how many coaches did you hear get fired in the middle of the season?
How many?
Yeah. How many coaches did you hear get fired in the middle of the season?
There's one or two.
There's 30 teams.
There's 30 teams. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but who's available? That's another thing.
Well,
what coaches? These are rich coaches, okay? This is just a reset. I'm glad this is happening right now, because you're getting. Look, we lost our assistant coach. Who's the other assistant coach we lost that's coaching for the Bucks now?
Adrian Griffin.
Right. So a lot of assistant coaches now are getting the opportunity to become head coaches because there's no more head coaches. There's none. I mean, Dwayne Casey was assistant coach at one point. Nick Nurse was an assistant coach at one point. A lot of these coaches were assistant coaches.
Well, if there's none, if that's the case, so what was Masai supposed to do? Fire him to get what?
You were saying just on integrity. That's what you said.
But you're saying, what's out there? But you're also calling Masai. You're also calling Masai for, and that's fine. But you're trying to say, I think.
That's just my
honestly,
opinion.
I know, but I think your opinion, I think you're underestimating the powers of what a coach can do to a team.
I'm not underestimating anything. That's just your opinion.
But you keep every time you bring coach, you're bringing heads of organization.
But you're questioning me that I'm being an advocate. So
I'm not being no.
Yes,
you
are.
No. Then an advocate. I'm questioning that I'm pretty much calling you out, saying that you think the team's garbage.
I'm not saying the team's garbage.
Indirectly, you can't. Sure, bro. For the beginning of the season, you said, I don't know if they're gonna make the playoffs. All this stuff. So your outlook of the team has been sketchy from giddy up.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that going into the season based on what talent we have, what the structure of the staff was.
The structure of the staff. What do you mean in regards to what?
Everything from management down to the players, down to plays. Okay, if there's no assistant coaches. And we have one of the most talented squads. Let's picture an NBA with no coaches. Do you think the Raptors have what it takes to win a championship with no coaching?
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Okay.
Straight up, like, yo.
I'm not saying no.
You trying to say that the whole team's gonna let Van Fleet hold the ball for 18 seconds out of 24? This guy's 5'4.5", and he's a chucker. You trying to say the talent that we have, we're just gonna let him hold the ball for that's not coach influence, right? Like, listen, you watch what we watch. You trying to say the team without a coach is gonna let that BS happen time in and time out?
But if you know,
and him averaging 37 minutes a game.
But if it's construed for the Raptors to win, then we know what it is. We know that the Raptors are never going to win again. Is that what you're saying?
Whoa. What the hell? No. You're going way left. Way left. I'm talking about being positive because we have a new coach. We have a new chemistry. We hopefully the bitch assness is gone.
No,
that's what I'm getting at.
Did we? You know what? You're right. The Raptors need a cleanse. They do need a cleanse. But the real question is to the fans out there and to whoever's listening and watching. How well do you think the Raptors are actually going to do into 2020?
That's the real, and I know you've been questioning. I can see that's what you've been questioning the whole time. You're like, okay, new coach, we'll see how good they are. Well, with you saying that, I know hindsight from the back end of your subconscious, it just seems like, well, prove me wrong if they play well.
I'm in a neutral state. Did everyone know that the Raptors were going to win when they lost Dwayne Casey and they got Nick Nurse as a first-year coach, and we coincidentally got Kawhi Leonard for one season?
To be honest, straight up, when we got Kawhi Leonard, I told everybody we're going to the finals. There's a damn good chance we're going to win the chip. Kawhi is just that dude. Don't say he wasn't, because he was.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
But Kawhi is.
But you are one person. I'm talking about the millions and millions of fans.
I hear you. I could only speak for myself.
Exactly.
I just know that. Shout out to the Laddie boys. When we had Kawhi, you don't know what I was saying. I said it was championship the whole time. Not even like a fat. It's just, if we were that close with the team we had, we got rid of DeMar DeRozan for Kawhi Leonard. Not Kawhi now. He's mashed up now even more with the Clippers. At that moment when we had Kawhi Leonard from San Antonio Spurs, top 5. He's top 5 at that very moment. Maybe top 3. Especially two-way player. Best two-way player in the world. Mm-hmm. That's what we had. Like, the guy like that don't grow on trees.
He definitely wasn't coached by Nick Nurse.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. So when Nick Nurse, when we won the championship, people are talking about Nick Nurse being the coach. Yeah, he was the coach, but we had Kawhi Leonard. I think mans are giving Nick Nurse more credit than what he really should be getting, and I feel that Nick Nurse, because he got a championship with Kawhi Leonard, I think he was one of those coaches thinking that it's more about him than the players that actually helped him become more successful. Because when Kawhi is gone, you saw his true colors. He didn't use no bench. When Kawhi was there was a bench there because he had to use the bench because of restricted minutes from Kawhi Leonard. So if Kawhi Leonard, the organization already told Nick Nurse, you have to watch his minutes. You had to use the bench. So when you're using the bench was successful because we had talented players. Kawhi's gone. We had the best bench going into the bubble season, right? And where has Nick Nurse been since then with our coach, with our bench mob? Everybody rided the bench for 3 years straight. Look at Van Fleet. Why do you think Van Fleet's for real talk? Nick Nurse created the Frankenstein, what you call Fred Van Sucker. The way he's moving, this is all because of enableization from Nick Nurse. Straight. You think Van Fleet was talking all this? He's doing Twitter fingers. When you see him doing Twitter fingers before? He was doing Twitter fingers for 3 years. You see him doing that before? It's all this year. This ain't no coincidence, man. And now he's talking about, oh, maybe go to Philly. Get the hell out of here, dog. Leave. I just was trying to say, yeah, business. Yeah, we want to get something for. We tried to give him for something. He been begging to get in something. Now he's putting out there, hey, I want to be unrestricted free agent. He did that. If he was such a gentleman, such a leader, he could have went to Messiah. Yo, I would like to get traded. Work on something in a package. Could have done that, couldn't he? Bitch. That's what I'm saying. That sounds like a bitch to me. Sorry for my language. I can't deal with people like that. I can't deal with players like that. I can't. I don't business. If it's toxic, get the hell out. Care about deals. Who cares? You're making a team wassy, bro. Straight. Yep.
Yeah. I guess we made up for a long time for not doing a podcast. If you thought this was an interesting episode, let us know what is up. Give us your opinion on the organization. Give us your input in general about the team. Or just give us a shout.
Yup. No, this is good. This is good stuff, man, because it just shows, like, you know, honestly, from a podcast perspective, how people see organizations. Some people are more diplomatic. Some people are more fanatics, you know, with a perspective on this platform. So this is dope. I like this episode. It allows us to get more into depth about our personnel. And I'm just glad that Nick the bitch is gone. I just hope that bootleg Damon Stoudemire is leaving. Please go away now.
On that note, signing off.
Later, y'all. HB Land, you don't know.
Oh yeah, share, subscribe, comment. And we out.
Yup.